Hello and welcome to episode 23 of our Timberborn Update 5 Waterbeaver playthrough here, cycle 23, day 9. Last time, we continued upgrading a whole bunch of stuff down here with our deep water pumps and various improvements in things like storage and efficiency. And we have a little bit of a problem here based on how the water is or is not flowing out currently. I don't know how to fix this. And nobody's offered solutions outside of, hey, just make the river wider, which I guess we probably should do. But it's going to take some time for us to be able to actually do that. And we're going to have to be very careful about what we do and do not explode. So, just generally speaking, we probably should chip away at this gradually. It's just a whole lot to keep up with, you know? we got a lot of these things here, trying to figure out exactly what to put where. It's an adventure, but that's fine. I will go ahead, since we are here, and just pop in a couple of these in places where I can already use them. But it's going to be one of those things that we just have to, you know, kind of be diligent about. See, like right here, like I had completely forgotten, because this has been covered for a very, very long time. I had completely forgotten that this was even an issue with this being a bottleneck right here. And what's on top of this? Ah, that's one of the tanks. Okay, which we'd have to remove to blast out. Alright, well, not that big of a deal. It needs to get done, so we'll do it. We'll just blast this, and then we'll rebuild the tank. And I think that's probably going to be a big help doing that. Maybe we do this one too. We have all these paths here we don't really need. Yeah, oh, because that's a bridge. That's why we couldn't do that. Yeah, that's going to have to be blasted out as well. I guess that'll help. I mean, the stuff here is probably not the problem. It's probably the corners around all this mess that we're having to deal with. And this has pumps on it, so we can't really get rid of that. But you know, just little bits and pieces of things that can be safely removed probably are smart. Like right here is probably okay, maybe. See, the metal fastener storage. Do I even have? Yeah, I'm gonna have to relocate. So this is the problem with this. This mod needs so many stinking things that you have to just kind of put stuff wherever it'll fit. There's no such thing as efficient or excellent storage with the Waterbeaver mod because it's just suffering. But that's what its build is, so that's fine. We'll just have to keep on keeping on here. See what else we're able to you know, actually do with these guys. I guess I can just move this as well. I don't know. There's something wrong with the amount of flow that is or is not going through these areas. It is a pretty consistent issue. Get rid of that, get rid of that. That's going to open that up pretty substantially. This right here is also probably a big problem. But because of the way this is built, I can't really do too much with it. Wow, I deleted that bridge and that guy was still walking across that, and that's apparently no longer a problem. Alright. Not exactly what I was wanting to spend a whole bunch of time doing in this episode, but we're in a position now where we pretty much have to. We really have to stop all this flooding. So we'll just get as much of this out of here as we possibly can and replace with platforms so we can use some of our wood. But I digress. We got tons and tons and tons of stuff to get to. Each little piece at a time. Don't walk on this now. You gotta promise me you're gonna be good and don't walk on it. Alright, good job. Managed to avoid getting blown up. And since these are already platforms, that's what I'll replace them with. Otherwise, I was gonna do the crappy platforms, but it's nice to have things match. Right? Alright, so that will go there again. Get marked for water. And look at this rat's nest of pathing here. We're going to fix this eventually, but for right now, there's not really much we can do. Just let them do what they've got to do. Now this is ready to get blown up as well. So is this. And it looks like these are 2. So we'll do that while they finish the rest of them over there. Oh, I didn't click detonate correctly. Yeah. It would be really funny if this was the only bit that needed to change and we didn't do it. Oh, you idiot. There's no reason to walk on top of that. Oh well. Rest in peace, one hoop. I'm sure the human that bears the same name is not as dumb as you are. Alright, now get out of here so I can blow this up. Alright, so that opens that up big time right here to go... Well, it's not straight, it's diagonal, but to go right through there. These crappy platforms in and make that bridge go across. And once again, it is flooded for no discernible reason, outside of possibly the water wheels backing things up. But how else am I supposed to make power? I could get an engine, but I don't have enough methane production speed to keep up with one. So, I don't know. It's a continual struggle to try and, you know, actually make the mechanics of the game and the mod work with the hand we've been dealt here. But that's... Okay, because that hasn't been built yet. That's why that says there's no capacity. Alright, so, that's not the only thing I wanted to do today. It's just something that I knew we were going to have to dedicate some time to. So it wasn't going to be that big of an issue. The thing I really wanted to try and get done was to get this filled up a little bit more. I mean, this is working, kind of. But I really want to play with the water cannons. We have the science. We do. We have the science, and this will aim inside of the reservoir. A couple people suggested that maybe we continue blowing this up and move this out a little bit so it reaches further in, but I don't really know that it matters, honestly. I think it's probably fine. And then another thing I guess we can discuss is the very frequently, from at least one person, requested bad water bypass. We can't do it in this mod without the use of the floodgate dam, which we can research. We have the science. But it also... Come on. It also requires the floodgate dam fancy blueprints, which we do not have, which we would have to research. And even when we do that, we have to... like build a wall with these things, right? And the way this is set up is not really conducive to that. It's going to be very, very expensive to build these because of how wide a lot of these areas are. And then we'd also have to blast a channel off the side of the map, which would then have to have its own floodgate dam. So this is not just an instant solution. It is the only possible solution, short of continuing to build things like pass-through lodges that will block water and then just deleting them every time. Which, in my opinion, seems a little exploitative of the game mechanics. Not necessarily in the spirit of how it's supposed to be played. Oh, look at this nonsense again. It's all flooded. But why? Why is this still backing up? Like, am I going to have to get rid of the water wheels? They're not making any power. Is it because everything is just going through? I don't know, man. It's getting kind of old. Very frustrating. But I don't currently have a better option to deal with any of this. So I guess we just kind of have to suck it up. Speaking of sucking it up, they're sucking these berries up big time. There's only one. One berry. I know there's some that can be harvested up here, but those are all gone too. And I don't know if there's anywhere else on the map. Triple speed through the night here. I don't know if there's anywhere else on the map that even has berries growing, and we certainly can't plant... Ah, okay. There's some up here. But we can't plant berries until we have the... I think it's the tree nursery? Maybe? I don't know. But, yeah, we've got a lot of problems to solve. And we can't really solve any of them. Such is life in the Waterbeaver mod. But I do think a good goal for today would be to try and get that mechanical pump, or the cannon, or whatever that thing's called, in here, have another set of power generating wheels, and then take some steps toward making this top of the canyon here its own separate district. It would be very, very easy to just take out a couple of these trees here and put a district crossing in, which I believe... Oh, I got to remember what menu has that in this. There we go. District crossing. And it is... Well, it's not the same exact building, but it's basically the same building as before. We would just end up putting this probably right here, honestly, and then just making this its own district. Focusing on growing crops like rice and using the bad water to generate the mushrooms and other assorted things that we do with the bad water. But because of the way that this this game works, we're going to have to clear a whole bunch of space for storage in the immediate vicinity of the district crossing. So it's not really going to be an ideal setup for us to grow a truly independent district. But if we try to only import... Actually, we don't even need to import water. We could just have one of those water pumps here. And I was going to do that too. Ah, the berry... It's been so long that the berry bushes have actually grown into this, which I guess is acceptable. But we can pump water out of the top here, I think. It's just a lot to think about. If we're producing food that they can eat and water, then I guess we don't need to worry about storing any food on this side, but we will want to have storages for stuff that is being produced in this district on the other side of the district crossing itself. Fortunately, we don't have to... Where is it? Fortunately, we don't have to research this. It's already unlocked, because our science is very slow. Wait, hold on. Is this a double size one? Why are there two of these? They both have the same bonus. Oh, this one employs 8. This one employs 5. Oh, this might have been one of those balancing things for Update 5. But, why is it not letting me... Oh, because there's a bramble there. I'm not putting it here. I just want to... Like, how big? All right. So that's going to complicate things because now I don't really have a good place to put this because we're growing all these things up here. If I had ladders, I could just go straight up, which we will eventually do, yes. But there are so many more things that are more important to research than the ladders. I don't know, I think some people don't fully understand just how limited progression is in this mod because of how slow science is. And the mechanical drills and the trebuchets are not a viable solution right now because we can't make them yet. we have to have the blueprints, and those take a really, really, really long time. And then we also have to have the drill bits, which also have to be made constantly in the factory. And the drill bits, when we go to make those things, just to show you the recipe here, they require, guess what? A whole lot of methane, which we can't produce reliably yet because methane takes a really long time and needs a lot of these lotuses. So here we go, we flooded again. There is no such thing as just, oh, well, we'll do this and the problem's solved. No, you solve a problem by creating additional problems that you then have to go back and solve by creating additional problems. So it's just suffering begets suffering infinitely, so on and so forth, however, until the end of time. That's the Waterbeaver mod. But that's how it is, and that's fine. We just have to go in here with the understanding that you cannot just instantly solve any problems in this. You have to be careful or you're going to have a mess, and then you're going to be in episode 23 and still somehow not unlocked hardly anything. In terms of mid-game technologies or research or anything like that. So as long as we understand each other there, we're going to be okay. So all that being said, these lemon trees up here we are harvesting from, and I actually don't know if I ever built a dedicated lemon storage of any substantial size. I mean, I've got that. It's hard to tell if... okay, no, there's lemons on these. It's such a highly detailed model for the lemon tree in contrast to some of the other plants. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what's going on. But our area over here has a little baby lemon storage, and it could use some more. So we'll do that. We'll add a couple more just tiny warehouses for the storage of lemons, which are where? Somewhere in here there's lemons. There are lemons. Why can't I find lemons? Okay, there we go. It's a very detailed art for the limits. So that hopefully will help. Obviously, we'll need to do all sorts of other stuff. But if we are going to have a district crossing, which I guess we might as well go ahead and build the giant one. We're going to have to clear out a bunch of space here. Or we're going to have to just bite the bullet and get the ladders and clear out half the farm. I think it's better to have all of that space in here dedicated to that. This is a solid building, but I don't know if it is watertight to the point where it has to be built on the ground. So let's find some... There's not a lot of flat land in here. I just need to test this. There we go. I just need to test this out real quick to see if it's going to allow me to do this. So we got platforms. What was that? 3 by... I don't know. Math is hard. See, it doesn't want to let me do that. Okay. Well, that is deeply disappointing, and that's going to mean that this is going to become a very difficult problem for us to solve. Because it's got to go somewhere. I think we should include the stairs as part of the main district. Probably. If for no other reason, then there is no possible way I can build that down here. The only really... Oh, good, it's a drought, not a bad tide. That's a huge lifesaver. Okay, well, now that that's a thing, I need to build more storage for water. Which, by the way, we've been trying to do forever with these giant buried tanks that we have the blueprints for, but we can't build because I haven't researched these and I don't have the science to. Well, I could do that one if I wanted to, but then I'd have to have a bottom entrance and not a top one. The top entrance, I think, is a little bit easier for us to do. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. Like I said, problems beget problems. Infinitely. It's just a recursive feedback loop. So, what we're going to have to do to fit this up here is we are going to have to remove trees. We're going to have to just clear cut a bunch of this space here. So I'm pretty sure if we can just have a couple small things, I think it'll be fine. So this space, I can't remember how big this building is, man. Okay, it is 4 by 3. I don't know why that has become so difficult for me to remember. But come on, click here. Yeah, because that's going to have to come out the other side. We'll just get rid of this. That'll give us space. Actually, if I move it over to here, then I can have more space on the other side for storages. But yeah, we'll get rid of this, all these things right here, and then we'll pop this guy in place. We'll have to have a district center, but that doesn't really matter. That can go almost anywhere. And we'll just start the process of clearing all of this out. This, of course, has to go away as well. And then our building will go here, and then the path will loop around the outside. So let's go ahead and pause this so we don't become victim to any of the super fast growing stuff. Yep, that'll go there. That'll separate those two things. And now, of course, all of this is completely disconnected because it does not have a district center. But we will fix that in just a moment. Building is not watertight and can connect from the bottom to a ladder or pit and ladder lodge. I think... See, that has 3 dwellers. This is 3. I think we're going to be able to have the correct amount of housing already without worrying about that, but we will see. We will see what happens, what we get ourselves into. So this gatherer flag being on this side means we will not have to worry about transporting the lemons or the berries through the district center, district crossing. So that's one less thing we have to worry about. They can pump their own water once I build that here. And then there's a farm that's growing... Well, they can't eat the rice or the green peas, I don't think. But they should be able to just eat the sunflower seeds that are getting grown up here until we have some other solution, and then just rely on whatever gets stored in here. I think that's going to be okay. So as far as I'm concerned, this should solve our problem here. Just constructing the district crossing and then building a 4-way district center somewhere else up here. So I kind of want to just find a place that's kind of out of the way to put this, because I don't really think it matters where it goes. This just is, it's just builder's storage for the most part until something needs to get done. This is really not that big of a place for it to matter anyway. Can I get away with putting it on top of platforms? That's not the right building. Oh, I can. You know what that means? It means we can find the most convenient corner of somewhere and then just kind of plop that in. Or, actually, is that deeper than 2? It sure is. That's very annoying. 'Cause I don't have, well, nothing in this is going to allow that to be a thing. But, overhang walkway will help us do that. We'll just use all of our platforms to get this done, but I think it's going to be worth it. I'm not going to use the science to unlock that. So what this will do is this will hide our district center right here in such a way where it is still centrally located but not taking up land that we need to be using for other stuff. So this is done. Nobody's living here because there's no district center, but they should be able to still build this anyway. This is honestly, at this point, it's really starting to make me mad that this keeps flooding. Despite every single thing we've tried without removing the water wheels. So, I don't know, man. It's so frustrating. We're going to have to move this eventually, but we don't have the means to yet. And it's going really slow. It used to go a lot faster. But I know the flow rate hasn't changed. And we didn't change the geometry here except to remove that. This downstream has been the same forever. So that's just kind of strange. Alright. So this is hopefully still able to get built. Because no one's doing anything up here right now because it's not counted as a habitable building. What am I doing? I should be increasing water storage capacity. But I can't. Not really that easily, at least, because we can't make the giant tanks yet. So I've got plenty of storage for lemonade, which I guess is good. But I really should be building more water storage. Somewhere. I don't know. We might just have to wait until we can actually build this, because this holds 4,000. That is well worth the pain and suffering required to actually construct the thing. But, oh, here we go. Got another opportunity to do one of these things. That's going to end up being far away also. You know the drill. Just continue to chase all this stuff, because that's the only thing we can really do. Good, this is finished. It's not District 3. Hold on. Oh, it's because I already built one of these and then deleted it. Yeah. So, you know what that means, friends. A new district means a new district naming poll, so give me your suggestions in the comments as what you would like to call this. And then before the next episode, I will run a poll based on your suggestions. And if there's more than 5 that I think are good, then I'll just pick the top 5. And you guys can vote on which one of those you want. And we'll name it in the next episode that should come out on Thursday. Provided that I don't forget. So, make sure you let me know your ideas for this district's name. It is a rice, green pea, sunflower farm with bad water processing for the mushrooms and other things that we can get into up here eventually. Plus, there's a bunch of metal that we could relatively easily get to without too much pain and suffering. So anyway, let me know. But what we have to do now is get beavers up here. We have 28 jobs and we have 30. Wow, it actually works out really well. That's pretty close. Pretty close. So we're going to set a minimum for District 3. Contaminated beaver. Quarantine district. No. I'm going to say a minimum of 28. There is no maximum, but I will go ahead and fully staff this district, which does have some food, and it has some water. There is no pump yet. That is going to be the next thing we build. And I know a drought is about to show up, but don't forget, we have the ability to construct the deep water pumps now, which have a maximum depth of 6. So, all we have to do is remove these 2 things. That path is still there? Yeah. We'll remove these 2 things, and then there is a small but serviceable reservoir that they can pump from until we expand it or have some sort of other good thing that these guys can get into. Failing that, they can just import it through the district center crossing. I always call this the wrong name. Wow, look at all these items. This is why this is terrifying to have new districts in the Waterbeavers, because this always happens. It's like, wow, I can't find anything. What is this? Frozen human meat. Okay, we're not getting that. But it seems this is automatically going nicely here. I just have to check and make sure that water is allowed to go. I have no reason to expect... Okay, good. Good, that is functioning. So, deep water pump will go right in there. And look how far down that goes. See, it doesn't go all the way down, but it's going to go down enough to keep these beavers alive. And of course, they can construct this from either side very, very easily. Just going to take some time to get that done. And there we have it. Separate district. All ready to go. So what we're going to have to do... I don't know why I turbo sped this thing. What we're going to have to do now is we're going to limit the pumping so our rice doesn't die. So now the problem is... Alright, I got to hit pause so I can think. The problem that I've run into with this is I've been manually adjusting with the tick box. And you guys say, hey, just use it to just turn the pumps off. Well, I can't figure out how to do that. See, like right here, every time you use the tick box, it just resets it. Which I didn't think that's how that behaved. I figured what you guys were saying was going to work, but the only way to limit it is to check this and then manually adjust it. As soon as I uncheck it, I've got to do it again. So there's really not any benefit to doing it another way, based on what you guys have been saying, which is unfortunate because I thought that was going to be a cool idea. But you know the drill. We've got to disallow pumping, so we can, actually keep our water in here. And I guess to turn them back on, we can just uncheck this. And that's fine. But man, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. So since this is going to be a drought, and we have 6,000 water, we have 1,500 lemonade. I'm just going to start demolishing. We have so many extra beds now. I'm going to start demolishing these extra old style pumps. And we can either replace them with something else, or we can widen the river that needs to be widened. And then move on from there. So the only pumps we have left are the deep ones that are more efficient. We can replace those. And hopefully all of our problems end up solving themselves. That would be very convenient. And no more homeless beavers. We just have some unemployed ones, which for right now is probably permissible. And yeah, I believe we are good to go. Obviously, we have a very small number of pumps compared to before. But don't forget we have these guys up here that also need to be replaced with the deep water pumps. And that is an entirely different story altogether. We do need to probably elevate these because they do have a deeper depth, I guess is the only way to say it. But somebody mentioned that in the comments. The problem with that is then I have to have more houses that can support them, which means more beavers, and we really don't need more beavers. We need to be more efficient with the beavers we already have. So that's been fun. This is actually not as blocked up as I thought it was, but I am going to still blow a couple of these out just to make a little bit more space. And then all of this I had earmarked for blowing out as well. I think that should help us a little bit. Yeah, it's just, this always backs up right here, and I don't really know that there's an easy way to solve it. Oh well, there's not really much we can do. Is this built yet? No, why did I... Hold on. I definitely put this here, right? Like, I'm not taking crazy pills. Oh, hold on. We're good. We're good. Okay, we need scrap metal. Surely they can bring that from down here. Anyway, it's an 8-day drought, and we're no longer pumping out of here, so hopefully all of this can stay. And we won't have to reset the rice again, because that's such a huge pain. But here we are. Not much else we can do. Just kind of let them do what they need to do and start building the replacement deep pumps. And finally just uglify this disaster zone of pathing here. Because this probably should just go straight the way across here. And then have this be storage or something. Because I know the deep water pumps... I clicked the wrong thing. Oh, that'll actually fit. Okay. So if I did that... Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that thing, bud, right there. That's going to work out splendidly well. Let's do this. This should really, really help us pumping in the future, once they're all good to go. I will go ahead and limit these to 0 just in case they accidentally get finished in the next 8 days. But it's going to take them a while to get this done just because of the amount of scrap metal that's going to be required. All right, nobody walk on this. Just get this exploded. It also allows us to plant just a tiny bit more rice, which I think we can all appreciate. That works there, 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 and there, and there. Now the rest of this I'm not going to worry about. So, now that we know this is a thing, we'll just go ahead and turbo speed time-lapse through all this. Well, not time-lapse as in me going in and editing to do that, just triple speed that we don't really use that much in this playthrough. I'm gonna need them to build this expeditiously. As long as they can, import the water, it's probably okay. But oh hey, look at all these lemon trees. Tapper Shack is tapper shacking. Harvester's office is harvester officing. Why do I not have a giant warehouse just for lemons? Unbelievable. I should have had that this whole time. Now that I have that unlocked, I think it's just one of those things I forgot that I had the ability to build. We got space over here for some other storage, or maybe additional lemonade stands could go over here. That would be that would actually probably be really smart to not have all of this focused in this exact area. We are learning so many things, friends. So many things. I still don't have 500 science. I needed to build while we were here. I think I was gonna blow this up, maybe. Yeah, that was something we were gonna do. Now the dynamite is not gonna have anywhere to be imported because it has to have storage. So I guess I will need to build a little warehouse for that. Okay, that'll work there. Just so we have somewhere for it to go. That's going to need to get blown up, and then I can put the water wheel there. Or maybe I want to use one of the tiny ones? No, I think this will be fine. But the actual water cannon is going to have to go... yeah. It's going to have to go there. It is... it is too... 2 levels down from here, whereas this is 1. I wonder if that's going to be a problem. I didn't actually check and see. So it'll only fill up to the flag. Oh, maybe that's what we wanted then. Maybe that's actually perfect. Because as soon as it touches the flag... Oh, wait, the blue flag. Well, what color is this? I wish I could see what color this was without unlocking it. Oh, it's only green because it's tinted yellow. Yay, primary color knowledge. But we'll for now, I guess we'll do this. This should be okay. If it doesn't work, then we'll tear it down and rebuild it. But I am so excited to see this thing working that I just want to go. Why does this not let me build? Oh, because there's... Alright. Maybe I should have a... Maybe I should have a crappy water wheel. That's not going to generate enough power. Alright. This should still work. 2 of them not going to fit, but I can put 1 here. Which we will do in a moment after this has been popped in place. I just have to have the power shafts. Don't worry, I will put in a splitter here. And then do that. I do recognize that that will only work when water is flowing. But it will also work when there's a bad tide. And yes, this guy will become infected. But that is a small price to pay for the ability to just keep this completely full without worrying about not having water up here. Because we're using so much of it for other purposes. It's unbelievable. Why is there nobody working in here? This needs to be a priority. There we go. Now we can pump. I don't know how long that's going to last. We can probably just watch that go down. Yeah, we sure can. So this is not going to get these guys through much, but it is here. And that's nice. That's going to be helpful. Yeah, I'm going to have to build plank storage too. That's like my least favorite part about districts in this game is that you have to just micromanage the placement of everything. And you might say, well, that's how it works because you have to have somewhere to put something if you're going to use it. Sure. But if you only need a couple, that's really annoying. It's super annoying. So I guess I'll just do that. There's actually not even a place to store logs up here, is there? There has to be, because I had... Maybe I got rid of it when I got rid of the forester. Because this is just a... Oh, no. Okay, no, it's getting bramble flowers because there's no logs. Alright, well, I'll tell you what we can do then. Is we can just cut all these trees. We're going to want this space eventually anyway. So they will store logs in here, and that'll be fine. We just have to be able to build the rest of this. Screw press axles. Does this consume screw press axles? No. I just have to have a screw press axle so I can build the thing. Alright. So that also doesn't fit in that building. There we go. Screw press axles. It also requires scrap metal, which I guess we can just get here. We have so much of this available. So we can just start the process of integrating everything here. It's going to take a long time, though. Scavenger flag. Can scavenger. No, not there. This ruined building we can just demolish to get some free logs, which is nice. These have planks. These have logs. What does that say? Sorry, work in progress. Yeah, okay. That one says... So fancy. Is it just random billboards? Or does it alternate based on what the type of rubble in the building is? I guess that must be what it is. Alright. At least this is getting progress toward a goal here. I need to make sure these do not grow. These are not dead. They're just not watered. I mean, you really got to micromanage these guys, or else bad stuff happens. Very slow process. Well, at the very least, they have no water. Oh, God. They have no water in here. And this is now sucked down to the point where it can't be used. All right, so that no longer needs to be occupied as a job. And instead, we need to import water. And there's no water storage up here near the... all right. Because it really should be larger than just the small one. What a mess we find ourselves in. Oh, and they don't have a means to clean themselves here either, because they don't have a... Okay. I have made some errors in judgment here, clearly. The river bath is not going to work. Tank shower, regular shower. I guess we can just build a regular shower, or a couple of them somewhere. Actually, you know what? All we've got to do is come over here with our overhang walk. Nope, I don't want that, because then I have to bring the metal fasteners in here. I lied. What we will do instead is just build platforms. Wait. No, I was able to do this. Okay, no. We're close enough. We can do this. I think. Now, if this allows me to get away with putting the showers here... Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's absolutely glorious. I think one shower should be adequate for now. So we can do this at least. These guys need to get some water going. Hopefully they can make it work. Large warehouse just needs some planks, and then it can store all of the lemons anyone could ever desire. There is still water in here, which is good. And it's still deep enough to bathe in, which is also good. So that's progress, at least. Alright, I need to make sure I'm keeping up with my pathing here so we don't accidentally allow the brambles to overtake it again. Yeah, they're all working. And as soon as this is done, we can grab these scrap metals and then actually use them for construction, which is going to be super helpful. Alright, folks, finish it up. We got stuff to do. Is that... No, that's not done yet. Man, working late. Working late nights to get this done. It didn't even go to sleep, just came back for more. That's not healthy, dude. You gotta go get some rest. Or else people will complain that I'm abusing the beavers. Well, the good news is this should be done pretty quick here. I believe they're working on all 3 of the remaining things to place in. Unless I can't do math. No, it looks like there's just 3. Very good. So then we'll be able to get scrap metal, improve our constructions on everything else, and then hopefully when this drought is over, we'll be able to send some water shooting into that pond over there. That would be fantastic. Would love to see that. This is waiting on screw press axle, scrap metal, and planks. All of which have to be imported, all of which are a pain. Planks especially. Am I out of... I am. Because here we go again. I can't make planks during a drought because I don't have a power source during the drought. What a... yeah. What a pain, folks. But it's hopefully at some point going to get better. These guys are still gnawing planks. These guys, they're all gnawing planks. I don't have anybody doing screw press axles. All right, that's got to change. I'll let them finish making this one plank, and then I'll change them over to screw press axles, because I'm pretty sure everything else has run out of those. And of course, it's the end of the workday, so they're going to be done with that. Oh, these lotuses are going to die because we kept pumping out of there. I really should have turned these off, but... Oh, well. What are you going to do? There's not really anything that's possible to do. They just keep sucking all the water out. Well, at least... No, we actually really don't have that many. We've used all the lotus flowers for food, but the nenuphars are still here. We only have 50 of these, though, and they take 12 days to grow. That is very annoying. There's not really a good solution to growing lotuses unless you have a separate lotus-only pond that you never pump from. Very, very difficult to make that work. Anyway. Oh, they already... Okay, we'll just change this as soon as this one's done. There we go. Now you can make screw press axles, because I know these other buildings desperately need them. And this is waiting on planks, which are entirely... Oh my god, this needs 60? Oh no, we need to make sure this only shoots good water into here. Oh boy. Well, that's another interesting idea with this being filtered between good and bad water, is that this could be an interesting bad water defense system. Just have a bunch of these guys that only pump up the bad water, and they just spray it somewhere else. I like that idea. I think that's fun. Oh my god, it takes 2 days to make one of these? What am I doing? Alright, that's catastrophic. I had forgotten that was such a slow process. There's no way to speed it up either. I don't know. I'm like 90% sure that's the only way you can make those. Just check this real quick so you guys can see it. Yeah, none of this has anything to do with any of that stuff. It would be cool if you could take like the giant sequoias and make giant quantities of those things, but it's fine. Abyss exploration. See, this is like all the late game nonsense here. Abyss Tourism Center. Hey, let's go see the giant hole today, kids. Okay. And then you come out and you're nuclear irradiated or whatever that shiny yellow liquid is. Let's maybe not find out. Okay, glowing fluid. That's a much less cursed name than I was assuming it would be. Man, the 60 plank, that's going to take me out, man. Oh, I thought this would be an open, shut, super simple, easy thing into the episode. Have this shooting water that would make a nice thumbnail. But no. I chose poorly. And that's just the way it is. We need 68 planks. Plus when I go to build the crappy one, I need another 4. Well, I can at the very least put this here so they can put the logs in place. It's going to be a whole thing. But they haven't finished this either. What's up with that? Oh, these guys are just abusing planks like it's going out of style. Oh, yeah. Okay, the planks went here. Yep, that makes sense. So I'll tell you what we'll do is I'm just going to pause these upgrades so they don't use any more planks until we can build everything else. And this deep water pump's going to be paused too. I made bad choices, folks. I forgot that these take planks because the pumps in the normal game don't take planks. They just take logs. And these guys only take logs. But I guess the incredibly advanced technology of the, hey, let's make the straw longer, requires all these extra things. Oh well. Nobody died. Nobody got infected. I guess we can consider that to be a pretty good day. Now I got 31 beavers I don't need to have because there's no jobs for them. We'll solve that problem eventually. I guess I could have put more of those gnawing stations which, you know what? I will go ahead and put 2 more of these in here just to make planks so we can employ another 10 beavers. I never think to build these. I guess because it's just ancient technology. But we're even starting to run out of sawdust. We're using that and everything. All right, so it's not to be. We're not gonna see this doing anything. But hey, we do have this as a separate district now, even though it's not the 3rd district. It's to be named based on what you guys are saying. But I guess that's gonna be where we stop for today, folks. This is completely dry. Wow, what a disgrace. These are all completely dead. So I hope we can continue to make good progress with this. It's so incredibly slow. And I know some people are probably just really irritated with how slow this is going, but this is literally just the Waterbeaver mod. This is the entire experience of the Waterbeaver mod. Is that it's just always like this. So I appreciate all of you watching this stuff. It is very fun to continue to do this, even when it's frustrating. But, you know, there's not really much else I can say than that. You understand. If you've been here a while, you understand that that's how this works. But now this is up and running, and we can go ahead and say goodbye. So, yes, separate district made today. It definitely has some problems. We're going to be working on it, but it's going to get taken care of. Beard boosters, you see your names going by on the screen, all 862 of you. I really, really, really appreciate the support. Makes it possible to continue doing series like this well after the initial hype has subsided and people go and move on to other things. But we have a great core group of people that continue watching these all the way through. And hey, thanks, email client. We almost got through a whole video without you making noise. Really appreciate it. But anyway, just the incredible support you guys have been giving is just amazing. It's genuinely been life-changing for me the past month or two. All the wonderful support's going to make me able to do a whole bunch of stuff that I did not think I was going to be able to do with YouTube. Like, you know, streaming 4 days a week or 3 days a week or whatever, and doing all these videos every single day and trying some fun new games very, very soon, friends. So appreciate all of the support. Again, I cannot say it enough. Whatever it is you're doing with the rest of your day, stay safe, have fun, and we will see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.